is about problems. We don't like having problems. Problems pop up as obstacles to keep us blocking us from our successful path, where we can't get to where we want to go because we got to solve this problem first. For me, I don't like problems, but I try my best to view them in a different way. I try to see problems as growth opportunities, and they're one thing, they reveal yourself to you. And they're not there, well, the enemy might put them there to block you from doing something, but usually God uses those as stepping stones to get you to the next level. And I see problems as usually like a test. Now, the cliche is without the test, you don't get the testimony. Where there's a mess, there's a message coming through it. But, you know, really, if you see them as growth opportunities, well, when you see them as growth opportunities and a test comes up, thanks. When the test comes up, then you know you're taking the test to go to the next level. Like in grade school, if you take a test, once you pass the test, you go to the next, you move on to the next thing. Same as problems. Problems are a test, and once you take that test, if you fail the test and you fail to learn the lesson, guess what's going to happen? It's going to come back. It's probably going to come back bigger and stronger. But it's going to come back, and you're going to have to take the test again. When you pass it, though, you gain experience points. And with those experience points, when it comes again, and it tries to come in as a little different form, you know, in video games, when you beat the boss usually comes back bigger and stronger. But you know how to beat him. Because you did it before. You find the pattern and you beat it. Well, the good thing about problems is that every problem has a solution, okay? And everything that has ever been invented, everything that was made, all these books that were written, it solves a problem. From just, what problem did this solve? This is just a fake plant and stuff. It solved the problem that, hey, your house is boring. Here's some decorations. Then you have things like, like an iPhone or something like that. What does it solve? It solves communication problems. It solves all kind of problems. And people put them all together. And made this device, and everybody buys it. So when you start to go through problems, what I want you to do is just to know that every problem has a solution. And when we start to look at the problem, what I want you to know, it can be solved, okay? And not only can it be solved, but when you really look at the big picture, what is the lesson actually being taught? Now, a lot of people won't go through these steps, but if you can start to think and free your mind, that dizzle. When you start to thinking and free your mind, you will actually be able to see options. A lot of problems, when it hits you dead in the face and you knocked out on, you laid on the ground, a lot of us just shrivel up and cry. And we don't get anywhere like that. Or we'll ask for help. Help me, help me. And when the help doesn't come, remember, you are responsible for your life. When the help doesn't come, we mad at the world. Can't be that way. What you got to do is you got to think of all possible options. You got to sit back and look at this thing from all angles. You might be the reason that you're suffering through your own problems. This is coming up against me and this is it. I hate everybody. But you the problem. And you also are the solution. So the more options you have, the more ways you can see it, the more options that you come up with, you'll see the best possible answer and the quickest solution to get to where you want to go successfully. You want to successfully get through it. So when you look at all your options and everything, you base your method of getting through it, your plan of action, you base that on the path that you take. Now, if you only look at the problem one-sided and you say, I'm gonna just attack it, you might get through it, but there could have been a way better way. And a lot of times we burn bridges trying to get through stuff because, well, you the problem, you goodbye, when it was you all along. And they're just reacting to you, the law of reaping and sowing and the law of compensation and all of these things, all these laws are working against you and you blaming everybody else. So we don't want to live that way. So just remember that, these are growth experiences and many of them are tests, and the way you get through it is to actually look at it. And to do it, most people, 90% of the people don't do, is to think. Research and development. When you look at how people get through things, depending on what it is, the problem might have already been solved for you. That path for you to get the finances that you want. Somebody's probably written a book about it. But we have the problem, we have that problem of, hey, I'm not gonna look that up. I'm gonna do this my own way. And that's a few days back, taking knowledge and being conceited with it. When you know what to do and you don't do it, that's being conceited, and you give yourself a lot more trouble than it really you don't have to go through. So remember, it's a test, and if it pops up again, what are you going to do? How are you going to combat it? Where do you turn? Sometimes you need to turn to books or the book, and that might be your answer, but like I said, you gotta think. You guys have a good day today. It's the weekend. So have a great weekend. Crush this day. Get through it. See all your problems as not problems. Growth experiences.